My submissive is definitely authentic, but they have a lot of sexual trauma and they believe their only worth is sex, causing them to think that BDSM is primarily sexual. How do I make them respect me more emotionally and increase the emotional aspects of BDSM? Ooh, that's some big trauma. Oh, big trauma, but unfortunately not uncommon. And I think we're often re-traumatizing a lot of our fellow beautiful, precious human beings with this swipe right. Is that the right direction? Swipe right, hookup culture, kind of, just sexual. Everyone is turning into a sexual commodity, and we're losing our humanity. And so, yeah, I think this big trauma is in a lot of people, and I think it's honestly chronically validated by culture. But not here. So let's talk about it. Redefine the boundaries around healthy sex. What does that mean practically? Number one, do not dominant, okay, who's working, because this is a point of submissive training. This is a big point of submissive training. Like, put all of your focus and energy and attention on this point of submissive training. So, redefine the boundaries around healthy sex. One, do not allow sex to be used as payment or bartering in any way, shape, or form. Okay? If the submissive feels like they messed up and is feeling insecure, and so they want to give you sexual pleasure, do not let them. Do not let them. Okay? Do not allow it to be used as payment or bartering. If the submissive goes, well, I'll get you off if you take me through a spanking scene. Nope. Do not do it. Do not allow it. Do not engage. You get what I'm saying. Do not allow sex to be used as payment or bartering. Number two, do not use sex as punishment or reward. Okay. Now, this is for this specific dynamic. This is for this specific submissive who has deep, deep, deep sexual trauma and cannot see BDSM for anything but sex. This is not a broad recommendation. This is for this specific dynamic. In this specific dynamic, yes, I would wholeheartedly advise the dominant here, do not use sex as punishment or reward, as in no orgasm denial, no orgasm torture, okay? No tease and denial as a punishment. Conversely, no rewarding with orgasms, no rewarding with pleasure. We're not using it as payment. We're not using it as bartering. We're not using it as reward. And we're not using it as punishment. Okay? Say no. And it's your job, dominant, to say no. Because if your submissive feels that this is their point of value, their only point of value is their sexuality, what they can do sexually or how they can perform sexually, you saying no and you setting boundaries around this is going to trigger them. Just be ready for that. This is going to trigger them. Good night, good night. This is going to trigger them. It's going to cause them a little bit of like, what the hell? They're probably going to buck a little bit. They're probably going to get a little fussy, if not start spiraling. You can handle that as a dominant. Okay? Don't let that intimidate you. Don't let that sway you. It's just noise. Let them get it out. Okay? You can comfort. You can reassure. And that's my next thing. Reinforce their inherent worth and value without sex. Reinforce your submissive's inherent worth and value without sex. A lot of physical touch, non-sexual physical touch. A lot of words of affirmation and validation. Okay? And then temporarily also remove sexual elements from kinky play. Temporarily, again, this is for this specific dynamic, temporarily remove sexual elements from kinky play. Sure, they want kink, okay, but until They see the value in BDSM and the value in you as a dominant without using sex as a means of feeling worthy. We can't go there. We can't go there. So we have to temporarily remove sexual elements from kinky play. Will they still, get sexually aroused? Maybe. I'm talking about direct physical stimulation. Direct physical stimulation that leads to release. Temporarily remove it from your play. Okay. So that was that. Any other thoughts or comments around redefining healthy boundaries around sex? Don't use it as payment or bartering. Don't use it as punishment or reward. Temporarily in this dynamic, temporarily remove it from kinky play, and then reinforce your submissive's inherent worth and value outside of sex.